So Halasana, plow, is the posture of the week, and there are some really important things to remember in plow. You have to remember to keep two spaces of safety, and that's one between the shoulder blades and the mat. So as we roll those shoulders underneath to find a bind, we get the shoulders as far back underneath us as we can to lift it and create space. From that point, the interlace, if it's not comfortable, don't do it. Plant your palms to the floor or plant your hands to the small of the back. Keep your thumbs with your fingers. Don't wrap around your waist. We have to use more of our center, more of our bandhas when we've got the thumbs up the back with the fingers. So two spaces of safety. One is between the shoulder blades and the mat. The other is making sure that all cervical vertebrae, the entire back of your neck, is floating. So we never want to smush the back of the neck into the floor. From that space, transitioning out, right? Once you're in, we want to make sure that we're lifting the pit of the belly. So we don't want the posture to squish in or collapse into itself. That's what it wants to do. Stay lifted up and through it. And sometimes that means shifting in the hips a little bit to figure out exactly what direction that is. Once you find it, don't worry about your toes touching the floor. That's one of the main mistakes, is we get that idea in our heads that the toes have to come to the floor, and then the posture squishes into itself. Stay lifted up and through it. If the toes have to float, let them float. Think about a straight line from your throat, from that Visuddha, up through your tailbone. So we've got this nice, strong, supported middle space from the bandhas. And as you're transitioning out, you can slowly roll it down like I've shown in the video. Nice and easy, very gentle on the back. If you're gonna come up and over through Chakrasana, you have to remember that palms place. You do push from the hands, but it's center, and the tail goes straight up, not back. So as you're lifting, cervical never touches. We lift up right to the crown and then softly knees down. And the best way to play with that, honestly, is to find your space, to get into plow. I know you can't see my face, but that's okay. And to think of just from here, lifting up and up, not back. Think up with your tailbone. That way, eventually what happens, especially if your palms are placed, is we lift up enough to get very sweetly up and over it. In that first variation that I've shown, we come right into child's pose. There's no vinyasa. So second variation, same thing, palms pressed. There's a little momentum. Don't swing the legs, very dangerous. They lift up. So you think feet to the sky as you press, clear cervical up to the crown, then the feet land. Then you can find your way through your vinyasa. All right, Shanti.